righty, we're going to welcome in Dr. Cedrek McFadden, our 7 News medical expert, to talk about something that's a little bit difficult to talk about, but because of the situation we're all in with the coronavirus, this actually is an opportunity to have difficult conversations with our family members about our advanced life healthcare decisions and whether or not we need to make a plan right now to take care of that. So what is involved in making those decisions?
So first of all, recognize that sometimes decisions have to be made on an emergency basis regarding your care. There may not be family members around, you may not be conscious enough to give those. So at least we have to have 3 things included in that. We have to have instructions about who you want to speak on your behalf if you're not able to. We also have to understand what are your wishes and your values for treatment and your treatment goals. Having information about, would you want CPR? Would you want to be on a ventilator? Would you like to have feeding tubes placed if you were unable to eat? And also, what would be your ideas about comfort care if no other treatments were allowed? So really tough information to have, but it's information that's very necessary to have.
And the time to have the conversation is before there's a problem, right?
That's the best way to have it. I mean, folks don't want to talk about this, but again, if you don't have those conversations with your family, you'll likely have those difficult conversations with a doctor taking care of your family members.
And with this scenario, I mean, you cannot be there in the hospital with them. So you're talking about dealing with all this on a phone call versus having a game plan and
Correct.
Something that's written and in the file
Correct.
to help this person.
Most hospitals now are restricting any visitors from coming in, and keep in mind that a lot of the folks in the hospital that have COVID and the 5% that have the severe illness requiring ventilation, they can't speak for themselves. And so if you're not available by telephone or if they can't reach you, there may be some decisions that may be against the wishes that you currently have. So we definitely want it in writing. We definitely want to sort of have it in document.
And does it need to be like a legal document from a lawyer, or can it just be something written out? How does that work?
So there are 2 main components in advanced directives: a living will and a durable power of attorney for health care. You can do living wills without an attorney, but again, it's nice to have the expertise of an attorney who does that. So again, that may be advisable in this particular instance.
And for patients and their families, do they need to give that? When do you give that to someone? Do you keep it on file at the hospital? How does it work?
So whenever I see a patient before any surgery, I always have a conversation regarding, if this were to happen, what would you want me to do? Who would you want me to talk to? And I include that in the medical record before they even show up for their day of surgery. Those are files that you can bring with you on the day of surgery or the day that you're coming into the hospital, having that information so it can be a part of your medical record so everyone can have access to it if needed.
Around the coronavirus coverage, there's been these conversations in some states about having overall do not resuscitate orders or something like that. I mean, is that even something that can be done?
So it potentially can be done, and there's been a lot of conversation about that, especially in the hardest to fit areas where there's limited equipment available and some hard decisions are being made. But those are decisions that are made with assistance with doctors, the attorneys, state and local officials, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, CMS. It's a big decision, and a lot of that can be potentially avoided if we have some of these directives already in writing.
And so to broach the topic, what is the best way to sit down with somebody and try to get into this conversation?
So watching the news coverage, looking at what's happening on social media, one of the easiest ways is just to bring up, say, if this were you, what would you want me to do?
Yeah.
And really let that be the springboard to that conversation. And I think it's one that we all need to have with our families and even our friends if we have that responsibility for them.
And we keep in mind, of course, that most patients are going to get through COVID-19 okay.
Correct.
It's this very small percentage that has to deal with this, but this is the excuse, perhaps, to have a very difficult
Correct.
conversation that we all put off way too long.
We have time to talk on the telephone, talk through FaceTime, have those conversations now.
All right, Dr. Cedrek McFadden joining us live at 5 to take your questions. We just posted a video on Facebook, on the station Facebook page, so head there, add your question to the mix, and we will take those and tackle those live at 5. Dr. C, thank you. You're watching Carolina's Family at 4. We're coming right back.